So the other day I found something on Marketplace and we're gonna go pick it up now. But it's about to be a little bit dark, so we won't be able to film as much of it, but we'll show you everything tomorrow in the morning when it's all nice and bright. Hey guys, so it's the next day, and now that it's daylight, we can show you what we picked up. So no, you're not drunk and seeing double. Yes, we went and bought another Rover. On today's episode of Between Two Rovers, we bring to you why we got this other Rover.
So recently it was my birthday, and Pam had found this on Marketplace a couple months ago, and the day after my birthday, it was the day before my birthday, the lady decided to drop the price. A friend of mine found out about it, and my dear friend John from Colorado bought me this Rover that Pam found.
I really need to stay off of Marketplace.
So my original intention was to pick this thing up, kind of give it a once over, refurbish it, maybe give it a little lift, put some bigger tires on it, and this was going to be Mama's new daily driver so that we can give some Phoebes some more attention. Upon picking this one up though, we discovered a few things, which is going to lead me into my next, probably another video after this, but this one is not all it was cracked up to be. Anyways, we picked this thing up at night, and I knew it didn't run well. She said it overheated, or it overheats. So I already know the motor's not that great. It does run though, so that was a bonus. That was a bonus. The fact that it's a 2004 is also a bonus. And let me tell you why I love the 2004s. The 2003 and the 2004 have this style front end on it, which is my favorite. And it's the last of the breed. So that's one reason why we picked it up. Second reason, it's got black interior, just like Phoebes does. Third reason we picked it up, it's completely stock, and the only dent is that one right there, which that's fixable. And the plastic front bumper, she must have hit something, because these things are very brittle when they get older. So like you could just like, and things fall off of it. So I'm not really worried about the front bumper, as you can tell. Oh yeah, I don't know if you remember, but Phoebes doesn't have this valance because it was lifted right here. Right here it lifts. This one is perfectly flat, so guess where that one's going? This one also had like this little back bumper and a widow ladder. Look at a widow ladder. I don't really need this little ladder. They're actually quite expensive, which I thought was really weird. And it does have a factory spare tire, which again, I also don't need that. It's got a WeatherTech rear mat, so that's cool. I like that. It also has the factory Land Rover floor mats, the rubber ones, the factory ones. So that's pretty cool. Those are going in Phoebes. Front and rear, sick. And all of them. I got one cup holder insert, that's neat. I got a Boss radio, don't really care, that's gonna come out. Other than that, yeah, I mean the headliner's falling, just like all of them. She thumbtacked that one in. But it does not have the typical leaks here or on that side. That does not have water damage, it's just pulled down. The floors in the corners are still both very dry, which is another bonus. There's no rust in here. Like this seal has no rust in it, which is another huge bonus. Driver's seat, whatever. So the stitching came off of here, so you can see this bar. Bar is supposed to be stitched in, but the bolsters are still here. The bottom is there. The front doesn't come up. So in general, the seats are in pretty good shape. Both armrests are in really good shape. For the age, the interior is like probably an 8 out of 10. You can buy these boots, these two boots you can buy. So I have those in Phoebes. So So other than that, the interior's in pretty good shape. It's got these cool thal roof rail things, which those are going to come off. It does have the plastic all the way around the drip rails, whereas Phoebe's doesn't because I took it all off. All that is good. The fact that the motor runs was an okay thing I'm going to deal with. I was going to put a motor in it anyway. It does have the LT230 with the center diff lock, which is another reason why I wanted the 04. Now let's talk about the bad things. The frame. This frame is completely rotted out all the way. It's in pretty disgusting shape. Like, it's pretty bad. All the way down. That bucket, meh. The body mounts, meh. All that, not so good. In the engine bay, everything is here. None of the wiring harness is messed with. None of it's chewed up. It is have the typical dry rot, whatever this stuff is. This stuff happens a lot. Not really concerned about that. Everything in here is factory. Nothing is aftermarket except for that battery terminal and that battery because I had to get it running. Everything is here. So, and everything does work. We jumped it. And then I got this battery in there. She does run. She sounds like hell. I'm not 100% sure if it has blown head gaskets. Oil is not milky. Other than that, yeah, she's not too bad. So you can really tell from the back how much bigger Phoebe's is than a stock Land Rover. Yeah, so there's our new toy. So what does that mean for our new Red Rover? Like I said, initially we wanted to build it and it was going to be Mom's new daily so that I could give Phoebe some attention. But seeing as though this frame is completely shot, the black one has a really nice frame. The one that was on my black one, the frame is really nice. The body has a huge gash down the whole driver's side. That's going to be hard to fix. So what I think I'm going to do, or what we are most likely going to do now, is we're going to take the we're going to do a body swap. We're going to yank the body off the black one. I will probably salvage as many good parts as I can off the black one. As far as the body, like the glass, I'm going to pull all the glass out of it, the rear door, the passenger side stuff, both front fenders, the hood, blah, 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 blah. Yank that body off, take that frame, and then rebuild that frame. So we are going to do a full frame restoration. Maybe some modifications. Most likely there'll be a lot of modifications because I can't leave anything alone. And then we will put the drivetrain back into that, and then we will eventually yank this red body off of this one because the frame is shot, drop it on a new fresh frame, and then that'll be our ultimate daily driver for mama and baby, you know, so that it is a reliable, it'll be pretty big, 35s, 37s, probably 37s this time because I'm going to build it for 37s. And then we're going to do some other goodies I've been working on up here. I have some stuff accumulated for some of those ideas. And then once that is done, then Phoebe's out there. She'll get torn apart. Same thing, but we'll build Phoebe's even bigger. So currently, that is the current idea. We are going to start getting some things together for that black frame so that we can get that all done. Powder coated, stripped, the whole nine. Fabricated, reinforced, built, repowder coated, reassembled, new drivetrain with another brand new LT230 that'll have even more goodies in it because that's what we're going to do next. And then we'll drop this body on it. And then we'll have Phoebe's, I don't know, sister or brother. I don't know, we haven't gotten that far yet, so I don't know what we're going to name it. But that's where we're at so far. So that being said, if you're looking for any parts and you're a Land Rover Discovery guy and you need anything, I probably have it. At least one of them, if not two. I do have a lot of crates of parts that from other that I've had. I have two 2 4.6s laying around. I'll have 3 and 4, so maybe we'll build some 4.6s. I don't know. That'll be fun. Don't know. I got a couple of axles laying around. We got things. So I also have a couple of transmissions, actually. So if you probably need it, I probably have it. We'll figure out a way to get it to you. A couple of comments on my LT230 video that we'll probably run into right now, just because I can and I got time. Why the LT230? The Land Rover transfer case is a gear-driven transfer case, much like an Atlas. Not as strong as an Atlas. I get it. Those things are billet and they're pretty awesome. But they're still gear-driven, not chain. Change brake, change stretch. They're pretty bulletproof, minus the center diff lock pins. So if you can get that machined pin, center diff lock is much stronger than it is factory. There are gear ratios for them. Your high drive is 1.2 to 1 instead of 1 to 1, like on most transfer cases. So that takes away from some stress from the axles as well. Your final drive in low range is 1.4 to 1, which is like a Rubicon, Jeep Rubicon T cases are 4 to 1. They're pretty stout. It's a pretty stout transfer case. They only really made up to like the BMW transmissions or the 4 HPs, but they're pretty stout. They're also mechanical locking, not electronic locking, so they don't have any electric solenoids or anything like that to fail, unless you break a cable, I guess would be one of the ways. But even when that center pin breaks, you still have 4-wheel drive, just not locked 4-wheel drive. You're like an all-wheel drive still. It tends to make a lot of noise when that happens. My first one, I destroyed the dog gears inside of that diff, and there was a lot of slop. So like when you'd go forward to reverse, it was like wha-bank, wha-bank. But still got me home, and I drove it like that for probably 6-7 months until I rebuilt my first one. Another thing, I've picked up both of those Land Rovers, the black one and this one, with engine problems. One of the tails on this one is I found quarts of full synthetic 1040. The Land Rover does not like synthetic oil. It doesn't even really like conventional oil. It likes really high moly lubricated oils, things that don't have a lot of detergents in it. So for a long time, probably the last 4 years, in Phoebes, I've been running the Rotella T4. It is a diesel oil. It is much cheaper than anything on the shelf, but it has a lot of like mollies and lubrication additives in it. Because the 4.6 is a flat tappet cam, it's not hydraulic or anything like that. Your tappet on your valve runs directly on your cam lobe. Number one thing that takes out 4.6s is improper oil, low oil, dirty oil. And it wipes out the cams and the rockers. So that's one thing. If you got full synthetic in your Land Rover, get rid of it. Pull it out. You want to use like a Rotella T4 1040, or thicker if you'd like. You need to save those tappets. It'll make that motor last a lot longer. Can't wait for the comments on that one, but I run the Rotella T4. Phoebes does burn a little bit of oil. I don't know where it goes. She also leaks a little bit, but it runs good. So we're gonna keep running her until she don't no more. And then we'll build her another one if we don't put this little hot one over here in the garage. Over here. We might put that in there. We might put that in Mama's. I don't know. It depends on how far we go. We might do an LS. I don't know that either. That would be fun. We'll see. Oh, maybe an LS with some turbos. Some turbskis on an LS. Mom would be happy with that. We'll have to put axle in it for sure. But I promise the videos are going to get way cooler here in a little bit. That red TJ that I've had in here once or twice, we're going to be doing some really neat stuff to that here pretty quick. Got some things coming for that. So I'll have some Jeep content, and then hopefully in the next couple of weeks we'll get the black one torn apart and we can see how that goes and see what that entails, and hopefully get you guys some cool stuff. Stick with me.
Okay, so this might seem a little crazy, but we're gonna go get another one. I found one on Marketplace, and then his friend Ron messaged him and said, hey, look at this Rover. Well, I already messaged the guy and gave him an offer, just threw one out there and he accepted. So now we're gonna go get it. This one is solely a parts vehicle though. And I really don't know what's worse, my Marketplace addiction or the fact that I keep buying disco twos. He's like rubbed off on me, literally. So it's pretty cool to say though that for the start, oh, hi, he wants to be in it. It's cool to say that we've bought a car every week this year.
True story.
Woo-wee!
And another one.
Yeah. Guy's got a mean van. Shit's sick. Hey, Bubs.
Terrible.
You're looking at Daddy buy another Rover?
Another one. Don't cry, it's okay. It's not your college fund.
All right, well, she's on, so headed back home. Look at this smart guy. What you got here, babe?
So this is an old track bar. So I just put a 1/2-inch pin through this side and a 1/2-inch pin through that side. Now I'm just gonna push it up. That way we don't have to destroy either bumper.
Woo!
Hot dog. And we're back. It is now officially the next day, and we have now acquired 3 Land Rovers, including Phoebe's. So back to the TED Talk. It's been really cold here because it's winter time, and it's been really cold in the garage. And as you can see, Mom has accumulated a lot of furniture,
Marketplace
stuff that we have not been able to finish because it's been really cold in the garage. And as you can see, I'm not in a sweater. It is 20 degrees outside.
But in here, it's...
Oh yeah, but in here...
66.
Yeah. Because, again, for my birthday, our buddy Spook got us a nice heater. So now that it's warm in here and it's wintertime and we can now work in here efficiently again, we're going to go ahead and clean up some of this garage stuff before we pull that silver one in there to really show you what we got. So we'll be back in a minute, and by movie magic, it'll be right about now. Surprise! Didn't quite get it in here today. We did manage to get one of the pieces out of here. We got this piece ready to be painted. We're going to make a little paint booth in here and hopefully wrap up these 2 pieces this week. And then we'll see you next week when we get the silver one in here. Oh yeah, we got a little spot for Bubby's too, so he stays entertained while he won't be out here when we're painting, I promise. So he won't be out here when we're painting. But we'll see you next week. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Are you looking at us like we're crazy because we keep buying all these Rovers? I'll get used to it, bud. You gotta fix your hair.
Makeup.
All right, it's good.
It's good. All right. I've been running oh no, I forgot. Give me a second.
It's my workhorse. All right, I should probably help and stop recording.